forwarding it to me getting back to video games. So I did StarCraft 1 episode 1 yesterday. You can watch it on YouTube, or if you're here on Twitch, or I assume you also watch it on Twitch. And we're going to play the Zerg campaign of the original, which is not going to come with me talking about how Blizzard depicts autocracy, because these are aliens. But so let's get rid of video, because there is no good way to do video during this. And yes, the professional streamers put their faces, so they have green screens, so you don't see the background, so their face occupies less space. And also they have two monitors set up where it's one computer with two monitors. Hey, Terran Gaming. And so they so they can move their faces until they can finally get to where they're not obscuring anything important. Okay, so we've done this, and now we're gonna do the Zerg campaign. The swarms have crushed the meager human resistance and laid waste. I will say, they're saying 13 Terran worlds. StarCraft 1 feels like there might actually just be 13 Terran worlds, it's unclear. StarCraft 2 feels like there are way more than 13 Terran worlds. It could be hundreds, judging by how many planets you bounce between. So we're on the remains of Tarsonis.
Awaken, my child, and embrace the glory that is your birthright. Know that I am the Overmind, the eternal will of the swarm, and that you have been created to serve me. Behold that I shall set you amongst the greatest of my celebrants, that you might benefit from their wisdom and experience. Yet your purpose is unique. While they carry forth my will to the innumerable broods, you have but one charge entrusted to your care. For I have found a creature that may yet become the greatest of my agents. Even now, it resides within a protective chrysalis, awaiting its rebirth into the swarm. You must watch over the chrysalis and ensure that no harm comes to the creature within it. Go now, and keep safe my prize.
So this is a tutorial mission.
The hatchery is the heart of any Zerg colony. It spontaneously generates larvae, which in turn are used to spawn your various warriors and minions. Now, create a drone and start gathering resources.
So, this is what we need to watch. This is a tutorial mission.
Provide control for your minions.
Because
as your forces grow in number, you must hatch more overlords to control them. You have enough minerals. Select a larva and mutate it into an overlord.
yeah, so this is just a tutorial mission. You're explaining.
You must generate the various hive structures. The drones themselves mutate into these structures. Yet be careful. Never use your last drone to make a building.
Yeah, so this is just a mission where it's telling us how to play Zerg, which is different from how we play Terran. All of the production comes out of a centralized structure called the hatchery. Later we can mutate it to something called a lair or a hive. And as opposed to separate buildings, you know, barracks, factory, starport. And yeah, whereas for example the first Protoss mission we're going to do tomorrow is going to be...
Order your drone to become a spawning pool.
No, Dagoth, not yet. We're going to...
Notice that structures can only implant themselves upon the creep.
This is the creep, the thing that is ground is alive. It's actually a really interesting mechanism.
Make creep colonies to extend the creep. but only a hatchery can be built upon open ground.
Yes, I'm gonna go Gasky for a pool. The thing is, remember, actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna go pool. I'm going to build a second hatchery. I'm gonna go second hatchery for a pool. I'm gonna go hatch first. I mean, I guess, extract it. My first time playing. So you're asking me what was my first time playing StarCraft was, and I'm repeating the question to you because people on YouTube will not see this. The answer is right after it was released. It was released in '98, and I bought it shortly thereafter. I couldn't play it at the time without cheat codes because. But yeah. I mean, I was playing strategy games already in '95, '96. Wait, not '95, '96. Like when it was a choice between Warcraft 2 and Overmind. Okay, I have moved. So we're gonna do a spawning pool. So the way Zerg works is that every building lets you build one more unit, or in the case of the Spire, 2 units, the Muta and the Scourge. Scourge being the small little things that can just fly into suicide themselves into ships. I doubt we'll ever build one. Or rather, I doubt we'll ever build one on purpose. I have constantly built Scourge by accident while trying to press the... So, the button for select all larvae from a hatchery is S, and also that's the button for building a Scourge. So, by the way, there's something that, I don't know to what extent it's intentional, but, the hatchery locations are kind of weird. This is not just hatcheries, but I guess also Protoss nexuses and command centers. And but for hatcheries, it means it kind of encourages you to build more hatcheries, which is good macro. You need to be producing out of multiple hatcheries.
Of the Overmind. I have located a small band of terrans who could threaten the chrysalis and the hive cluster. You must not allow them to leave here alive.
Okay. New mission, new objective. Okay, so Terrans don't have anything that any static defense that's against the ground. That's because Terrans have the siege tank, which is much better than any of that. But Zerg do. There you can go Spore, which is anti-air and requires an Evo chamber. An Evo chamber is like the eBay. It's upgrades for it's plus type upgrades for ground units, and the Sunk is anti-ground and requires a spawning pool, which you already have. So let's let's clear from the top. So we can clear this way or this way. Let's clear this way. Meanwhile, let's go around these things. So as I said, each building there are two kinds of upgrades, right? The upgrades that are plus, and upgrades that are general, like so each production building for the Zerg has these little upgrades. So this is speed, so now my lanes are fast and are the fastest ground unit in the game. These are probably gonna die, and I'm fine with that. Lanes are the most disposable of disposable units, and the two Goliaths are not gonna be able to do anything. There's an expansion location if we really want. We don't need to. Okay. And we're gonna play StarCraft the way God intended, that is to say, without even looking at the battles. Again, we can expand here if we want to, we don't need to. And you just click on the minimap, and... This is, by the way, how Warcraft 2 was played. The Warcraft 2, the concept of micro did not exist until this one. Now, because it's an early mission, the wraiths are not going to have the ability to cloak, which is good, because the only way we can detect right now is with overlords, which are horrifically slow. There's an upgrade that makes the overlords faster, but we don't yet have access to it from the last mission. Okay, this suggests we need a third forces on attack. And meanwhile, again, there was the upgrade that made the links faster. There's also the same thing for Hydras, and a thing for, and the other upgrade we're doing is Hydra range, is what's being called. And let's just destroy the space. Forces are under attack. And rally. We're not gonna build it in. Evo chamber again. The plus upgrade, like the eBay or Evo chamber, these kinds of upgrades is way too slow. This is mission 1. I already know how to play. You're getting lazy. You're getting lazy. These units kill incredibly quickly. Okay. Let's breeze through, and this is essentially the same mission, except slightly more opposition.
I am well pleased, young Cerebrit, and so long as my prize remains intact, I shall remain pleased. Thus its life and yours shall be made as one. As it prospers, so shall you, for you are part of the swarm. If ever your flesh should fail, that flesh shall be made anew. That is my covenant with all Cerebrits. Now you have grown strong enough to bear the rigors of warp travel with the swarm. Thus we shall make our exit from this blasted world and secure the chrysalis within the hive cluster upon the planet Char.
Remnants of the Protoss fleet still linger within this planet's orbit. They will attempt to block our exodus at every turn.
My brood shall aid you, Cerebrit, should you require assistance.
So, Zas, Dagoth has assistance. We pick this up with a drone.
Do with my minions as you will, Cerebrit. They will serve you
the minions. These are there's semi-hero units. These are Hydras that cause twice the damage, that have twice the HP, twice the damage. And I believe with good enough micro you can win the game without building a single unit. Like, sorry, you can win the mission without building a single unit. Note yourself going randomly rolled static while still building your economy. Yeah, these are called hunter killers and are ridiculously strong. I mean, Hydras are already very good in StarCraft. Again, the challenge runner that I watch, I don't think even is even done a Hydra's only challenge run, because that's barely even a challenge run. It's like playing StarCraft 2 Marines only. No, sorry. Marines only actually does. It's like playing Marines and Medics only, like Marines plus support. Like that is how good Hydras are. I didn't even have time to look. And remember, Hydras are explosive damage, because half damage is up to the small insect, like that's Ella. We want gas. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we're good because we're gonna make our lanes fast. I'm only gonna probably mine 100 gas. These are Mutalisks, they fly. We have the ability in this mission to turn the hatchery into a lair, and once we have a lair, we can use that to build, what's it called? To build a spire, which is the building that makes Mutalisk, and also the building that provides +1 and so on air upgrades. What we're actually going to do is just build 1,000,000 drones, explode into 1,000,000 lings, and win the mission. Because I don't actually trust that you can do the speedrun strat without actually good mic. And just as a reminder, my micro is bad. So there's this thing where mutas, if you try to collect them somewhere, will have a distance. But if you put an overlord in the controller that's far away, then they will clump. Like if you have more mute, yeah. You see, they don't clump this way if you don't put the overlord in, because they only clump while waiting, essentially, and every other time they. We're gonna do this. Probably stop mining gas because I don't think we need. We are gonna do EV type. We're gonna do plus type upgrades anyway, and so.
Our forces are under attack.
No. You don't attack. How much armor? And also they have to armor. The base Hydra has no armor. Okay. Let's start. And pick up the controls while we're at it. Scout a little bit. Oh, we don't have a hydrogen yet. We'll live. These drones are very interesting. Looking at the fight is far, and as you can tell, playing StarCraft absolutely does not make you. Yeah, it's kind of weird how blast these nerds is like literal language is being used by nerds. Weird. We're not gonna build Hydra upgrades if we need one. It's not terribly important. Always. Here. Okay, we need more Hydras. No mutas are dead, and we don't care. Take this one away. And these will basically murder everything in the way.
Our forces are under attack.
Mineral focus. This brings the chrysalis. And we should be okay. Possibly get a fourth hatch. By the way, if this drone is allowed to die, and then I think we get a certain amount of time to pick chrysalis back up. Like, this is not intended to be the mission where you die. We need to go here. And narrow staircases, and the best pathing of the 1990s
Attack.
The chrysalis is in danger. Recover it before all is lost.
Yep, this is what happened. So we need to get a drone and pick it up now. And
The hive cluster is under attack.
where's the exit? Oh, we don't even need to go down the steps. We're just going here. Okay. Yeah. Slight delay, but nothing terribly important. Again, I'm trying to play reasonably quickly, but this is not intended to be a speedrun, and specifically I'm not doing any kind of G strats for speedruns. So bear with me. Well,
Our forces are under attack.
well, I win slightly clever.
Prepare yourself,
And yet,
Seraph. Your first jump through warp space could be unsettling.
and yet, still slow. It's still faster than Mission 1. The Overmind return is one to. So it's kind of weird what Char is. Char has basically always been portrayed as the capital of the Zerg, in a sense, and now it's called the Remote Ashworld, and I don't know why they say that.
Behold the power of that which is yet unborn. For the swirling images that flow forth from the chrysalis are only a shadow of the sleeper's true power.
The psionic emanations of the chrysalis have reached out into the depths of space and lured our enemies to us. Even now, we are aware of their plans.
All squadrons close formation. Scan for hostiles. Emperor Arcturus believes that there's Zerg out here, so it's our job to flush them out. I don't want any slip-ups this time. We'll show these critters that they can't run from the truth.
Engage the Terran forces with care. Your priority is to protect the chrysalis at all costs.
Alright. So this is going to be a fun mission. And when I say fun, I mean we're fighting Terrans that have siege tanks. Mature chrysalis, we don't move it around anymore, and yes, it will get attacked, and yes, it is surrounded by the defenses against the units we don't care about. Why were you even asking? There's an expansion somewhere around here. I don't remember where it is. Remember, I start getting a more encyclopedic knowledge of the missions as they get harder because I don't enjoy playing mission 3 over and over, whereas mission 10, mission 9, things like that, then I'd be able to even tell you the attack timings. Which is how yesterday I lost in mission 8. Mission 10 I lost my entire army. Not my entire army, my entire drop, but I did not lose the game. Because I was aware that, for example, you get nuked, so... No. That is not nice. Please don't kill my overlords. And as a reminder, we do not ever build fighting units until we're done building. Yep, there is an expansion. We're gonna kill with Hydras because I do not want Mutas to die. We're facing siege tanks in this mission. Siege tanks will ruin your especially on high grounds, which is where these are, will ruin your day. So we're gonna need to go Ling Muta, I believe. Now Ling Muta is not some weird combo. It is the standard combo in pro Zerg versus Zerg. Thing is, Lings are extraordinarily powerful. I mean, so are Hydras, but Lings beat Hydras. Now Lings can shoot up, so you want things that shoot up, which is the Muta. You don't need fancier air than that. And then you fight Mutas with other Mutas. The thing is, Mutas don't look like good units, like they're, like the way they fight. I have perfect location for this, and it's being sniped by the Hydra Den, so we're gonna have to build the second hatch here for more production and not to waste drones on the Congo line to the gas. And we're gonna build the third hatch here. And by here, I mean, might as well. Oh god, this is unbuildable. Oh my god, why are you like this? Okay. I think there's a thing where in pro Zerg, at least in StarCraft 2, I don't know that one. You're not actually even supposed to you're not even supposed to move drones from minerals to gas ever. Like, the timing is that you rally individual drones to the gas, because it's that important to get minerals first when you're Zerg. What's that? What do we use for armoring? I think 5. We're still, again, we're not building anything other than drones until all the mineral lines are saturated. This, and you can go gas.
Our forces are under attack.
Yes, thank you for hitting me with units that don't shoot up. Also, because I do not want to lose, let's seal this. So this is going to be here. And this is going to be here, and we're going to do a third one here. And as I said, we're going to go lair because we need... Oh, we need another Overmind. Do I even want to go Hydra upgrades right now?
Require more minerals.
This is such a bad location. So let's move the Hydras.
Require more minerals.
Are you shot at? Yes. Go, 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 go.
Our forces are under attack.
have got Overlord speed. And of course, the prize. Our main prize is the Spire. The last time we're building any drones, I think. And we do need gas. We are gonna drink a lot of minerals once we get everything.
Our forces are under attack.
Bunches. Let's start. Yes. We need an OV. Another OV because mutas. So an important resource, by the way, when we're playing Zerg is the eggs. Like eggs are a resource. They spawn, I believe it's. I want to say it's an egg every 10 seconds, but maybe that's StarCraft 2 timing. I mostly think of it as Zerg as eggs spawn around at the same rate that our drones come. And as usual, actually we should go upgrades. I believe we got up to +2 in this match. So, Evo chamber, because I started late, another Evo chamber. And now our overlords are also faster. Do we want antennas? Yeah, the antenna's like on the So you see, this is very fun. This needs to be sniped with mutas. The mutas are not going to be great against the what's it called? I'm blanking on a word. Against the missile turret. Are we not even building an OV right now? Because that would suck. Yeah, we are in fact not building an OV. Okay. But at least we have enough of a force of mutas that we can poke. Do we want to wait for some kind of timing? No. Right, so we're going in every... So, what we're going to do is we're going to try to snipe one of these. So we're going to use our speed to do a hit and run. We lost 2 mutas, which, in the grand scheme of things, 2 mutas for a tank is not that bad. You see, I accidentally built a Scourge because it's the same thing. Not useful. Just not useful.
Our forces are under attack. We require more speed gas.
No, stop going on adventures. Do not go on adventures. Mutas are not allowed to go on adventures. Don't forget, Wraith damage is explosive, so half damage against mutas, and I'm gonna be a coward and build Hydras.
Spawn more overlords.
And... which I'm not even upgrading, so it's gonna suck. And we're gonna build another hatch because we are banking money.
Spawn more overlords.
And essentially what we're gonna do is we're gonna snipe we're gonna try to do individual snipes. Remember, Zerg don't have repairs and neither do Protoss, instead they have auto regen. Let's say these. we need to find the way to get up this hill. I mean, technically you can also ferry things up with overlords. I like how I do want to thank Karen for waiting until I just finished an upgrade. I think weapons are more important than armor when you're doing this strat. There's an entire strat for when you go mutas, do you prioritize weapons or armor, and I believe that if you do that if you're doing a kind of snipe offensive strat, then you should be prioritizing weapons, because the point is to attack before enemy can even respond. We just need to find the way up the ramp. Ooh, there's an attack. I don't think I can see it. Okay. Lings are completely disposable, so I'm going to try to send them up here and see what happens. They will get hit by a tank, yep. 2 of them, in fact. But once they reach, the tank is dead. So we need to snipe tank and tank. Okay. And we're running out of money. Do you want to just upgrade elevator? That might actually be better.
Forces are under attack.
Really care about destroying this one. Okay, we should have more mutas though. Oh, we just didn't talk to the properly.
All forces are under attack.
So what we're gonna do is OV the elevator, is play with the OV the elevator. Need more minerals. Which is fine because we have a million lings. Remember, once the lings breach, it's gonna be cascading failure. This is again, it's an annoying. It's one of these missions that are annoying but not hard.
Require more minerals.
So the other thing is that also overlords are like the Zerglings are also inefficient inside overlords because it's 8 things, and I guess same as with Marines, that a Marine is like supposed to be comparable to 2 lings, not 1 ling, which is just think how insane it is that a ling generally will beat a Marine in SC1, not in SC2, but in SC1. So let's do this and hope for the best.
All forces are under attack.
Okay, you're just here to blast. Did they lose my entire draw? That's the question. Okay.
is under attack.
Okay, once these... No.
Our forces are under attack.
Okay, I thought kill the tank before the tank gets siege, and yep, caught it. I think we caught it. Slower than I would have expected, but...
Require more minerals.
Do you have anything inside these? Let's eliminate what something that will make
Our forces are under attack.
And attack. I think there's a... I think some people say that you should start attacking from the other side or something. So as I said, I'm not being maximally efficient in barely missions because I don't know them as well. Ooh. There's a Wraith. It cannot cloak. Hydra will very easily beat a Wraith if there's no cloaking. You're blazing.
Alright, you sorry bastards. Fall back. Fall back!
Hold, Celebrants. Do not pursue them.
Cerebrate, you must stay and relocate the chrysalis to a more secure location. Dagoth shall deal with the remaining Terran forces.
Okay, we're done. Now, still with the chrysalis. These are supposed to be overlords, I think. Well, very low res 90s.
Cerebrate, be warned. While Dagoth is occupied with the forces of the Dominion, the emanations of the chrysalis have called even more of our enemies to Jar.
These too shall be eradicated by your hand, Cerebrate. For you grow more cunning with each passing battle. Indeed, you are a testament to my will and the fury of the Swarm. Yet first must you stay your wrath and watch over the chrysalis a while longer. For the very hour of the Sleeper's rebirth is at hand, and soon my greatest creation shall be loosed.
So this starts as a defense mission. We have 10 minutes on this clock, which is I think 6 on this one.
Alright. All crews stay frosty and keep your eyes peeled for our target. Remember, not only are we up against the Zerg here, but our old pal General Duke may be creeping around too. Let's hope this trip wasn't a big mistake.
There's more minerals. This is an island mission, so we're going to need to go. StarCraft 1 is really weird about making you do things like drop, so yeah. Not the easiest to defend, and we will get attacked. And this is not enough static. Is this the only mission in the game where my strat of where the strat of not building any fighting units until the mineral lines are secure or are completely saturated is dangerous? Yep. Okay, maybe I should not send lanes at things that cause 16 damage to a lane. Oh right, I remember what I forgot. Yeah, and now we can't build anymore, so we're gonna need to wait for OZ to hatch. I'm gonna throw a parasite on this. It's not gonna be very helpful. Maybe although they don't think very highly of spellcasters, of spellcasting units. Partly it's because I always feel weird about science fantasy, partly it's because I have done normally you need decent micro 2 spellcasters. In StarCraft 1, you need God micro, because let's say something like Ensnare. Ensnare is the thing that is a green goo, which what does it do? It slows down enemy units and the AoE on the green goo, and I think also maybe slows their attack down, but it slows down their movement. Really annoying to fight against. So here's the thing: if you have multiple queens and you have Ensnare, they will both spend their energy on ensnaring the exact same time. Like spellcaster is overkill, and there is nothing you can do about it except select them individually, which is fun. And by fun, I mean, yeah, there's a reason why the game became completely different once the Koreans started playing and showed the world that micro is a thing. Okay, we're gonna build the expansion. Note that I'm building an expansion before I mined any gas. Yep. I love static. Okay, they're going after something very unimportant. And for some reason, this dude is helpfully not attacking the Hydras. We are eventually going to lair. Like our limiting factor right now is not. Let's start mining gas. And this might not be the most efficient place to mine gas. As soon as we get another 300 solid, we're gonna build a hatch here because we will need the production. And I don't bear in mind the hatch costs more than the conga line, because this is a conga line of like 6 drones and this would be 3. 3 drones are 150. This is 300, but again, you also need the production. It's not a big one. We have 4 mineral fields. I guess 3. Let's face it. Okay, now these are fast lines. I've yet to build a Hydra.
under attack.
And then rapidly running out of the ability of starting units to so let's get a Hydra done. And force enemy units to fight into our static. And we will not even finish this by the time the crystals comes out, and that is the crystals. Okay, and get a layer.
The chrysalis is opening. Do not allow any Terrans near it.
I'm not allowing any times near it. It would stop my clone. Okay, I'm gonna build the either silver. It's called either a silver. Yep.
Arise, my daughter. Arise, Kerrigan.
By your will, Father, I live to serve. Let all who oppose the Overmind feel the wrath of the Swarm.
Well done, Cerebrate. What I have wrought this day shall be the undoing of my enemies. Let not a Terran survive.
Mother of God. Kerrigan, what have they done to you?
Yeah, so now I have a
What
new
is it now?
hero unit. The icon of the game, Infested Kerrigan. The one who later, the one who yells at me even when she's infested. I leave it as an exercise with the reader to surmise what her by your will father means. And as I said, no, they done her wrong. And they don't just mean that they had her infested. That's really certain. Okay, we are gonna need. So we are going to need a lot of attacks now.
Yes. All right.
She can cloak. She has the same ensnare, like drop goo on enemies power, and she has consume, which is a power that's usually used by a very advanced spellcaster and called the Defiler, which can gain energy by destroying a friendly unit. Usually allies. Are we gonna go Mutus this mission? Probably not. We're probably gonna drop Ling Hydra. So if we're doing Ling Hydra, then probably we want upgrades. And by probably, I mean yes. Where do we put the second? Can we afford upgrades? That's a different question, but speaking as someone whose specialty is telling people that they can't afford nice things, in my defense, they can't. We might need to take this base. It's another island base, which is fun to defend, but
Require more minerals.
this one we're getting a bigger and bigger army. Just as a reminder,
Complete.
we got everything. We should get. Let's get double attack. So Ling attack, Hydra attack. So with Terran, each type of unit, so these are barracks units, factory units, starport units, has its own attack and armor upgrades. In Zerg, for Zerg, the ground units share the same armor upgrades, and it's just the attack upgrades are different by type. But it's melee versus what's it called? Missiles. This game literally just a Hydra. If we can defeat, how many? Yeah, you see the problem is, so the Firebat causes 35 damage, 16 damage, and the lines have 35 HP, which means it's a 3-shot, not a 2-shot, but it is very close. So
Yes.
I think Kerrigan can hit air, but I'm not sure. Her attack is called Close, but it does hit air. Don't ask why. And by don't ask why, bear in mind that, slight spoiler, she survives into StarCraft 2. Also not a spoiler, but complaint. In StarCraft 2, apparently her Zerg horror self has inbuilt high heels. Because programmers are very, or game designers, I guess, are very sensitive to what makes women into good fighters. I love the parasite is mostly just the scouting. It's not actually very useful. In theory, I can spawn broodlings on the. Yep, and now I have the ability to summon something. I'm going to expand this one. Which is gonna be slow as a fuck. I am paranoid about losing my entire army. If I don't have enough production. As usual, prioritize minerals over gas, and if we have not a lot. Okay, let's do melee attack and carapace. So here's the thing, we're gonna get hit. So first of all, these are gonna zone us out, so we need a lot. And I believe they're attacks. And again, the problem is never the first tank, the problem is the and I say this is someone who used to play a lot of Terran Bio in SC2, where the way it would work is I would build this massive army of Marines, and then I would run, and then I would see a tank, and I would immediately click them onto the nearest tank, and if there was one tank, I would win, and because there were many tanks, I would not. Thank you, not quite efficient. I think these are the surplus. I'm not even going to use Kerrigan again. One of the weaknesses of the way hero units are designed in StarCraft 1 is that they're useful, but they're not top tier the way they are in SC2. And in SC2 they also have the ability to please don't drop me. You are very nice. Okay. Once all these come out, we're going to put them in an OV. Oh, these OVs are already full. Okay. And we're out of OVs. We're gonna do a little bit of let's fill this with the OV. This goes out. This is not very good for us. This can go here. You can do a little bit of gas mining, it's not very important. You go here. You go here. And you're now my OV building. place because I don't want to deal with because I hate fairies. Full. Nope, empty. Yeah, it would be empty. Lazy overload. Full, you are full, you are empty, and you are empty. That's a good timing, and you upgrade is finished. Is this one? There's one empty. Okay, close enough for government work. We're down thing. I believe these are 10 full overlords. Let's see how many of them survive to make the cut. Remember, we're not using mutas right now. So this is going to be fun.
Our forces are under attack.
With our usual level of how much we look at At least the tank is not C, which is very nice. So if the control click lets you click all units of the same type, but they're not going to necessarily be the nearest ones. So sometimes they. Okay, I am kind of out of gas. As I said, it's not really out of gas. It's just going to mine to it. We're going to do a set. We might need to. No, we're not going to do it for a second. We just need to destroy the commands. Also. 10 full overlords are gonna do everything the computer has.
Sarah, is that really you?
No, it's Lynx and Hydras.
To an extent. I'm far more than I once was, Jim. You shouldn't have come here.
But the dreams. I dreamed you were still alive, that somehow you were calling to me.
I was. While I was in the chrysalis, I instinctively reached out to you and Arcturus telepathically. Apparently, Arcturus sent Duke here to reclaim me. But that was then, Jim. I'm one of the Zerg now, and I like what I am. You can't imagine how this feels.
So, what? Are you gonna kill me now, darling?
That is certainly within my power. But you're not a threat to me, Jim. Be smart. Leave here now, and never seek to confront the Zerg again.
Doesn't look like I have much choice.
I will point out, my headcanon is that the magistrate/commander from Ep1 is real and was actually killed right at this point. Kerrigan spared Jim, killed the commander who was more involved in sending her down to Darsonis. This is not the canon from the books, from the tie-ins. But this actually I think works well. Also the part where she reaches out to Jim and Arcturus. Again, nothing in the text says that she ever returned Jim's favor. She reached out to two people, one of whom is the one who literally put her in the chrysalis. I mean... and yep, she is powerful, but yeah.
Cerebrate, you watched over me during my incubation, and I am grateful to you. It is my wish that you continue your vigil, so that I might strengthen my powers to better aid the Swarm. I have been unable to access the totality of my latent powers, and as such, I would like to infiltrate a Terran science vessel and uncover the secrets of their abandoned ghost projects. If I can learn more about their mental conditioning, I can undo the damage their tinkering scientists have done to my mind.
Though you be the favored servant of the Overmind, you would do well to remember that you are just a servant. You know of our grand mission, Kerrigan. Would you put your personal whims before the will of the Overmind?
Do not cross me, Zaz. I will do as I see fit, and not you or any other Cerebrate shall stand in my way.
Let her go, Zaz. The greatness of her spirit has been left to her, that the swarms might benefit from her fierce example. Fear not her designs, for she is bound to me as intimately as any cerebrate. Truly, no Zerg can stray from my will, for all that you are lies wholly within me. Kerrigan is free to do as she desires.
By your will, Overmind. Cerebrate, you must see that she comes to no harm.
The existence of the Cerebrate is weird and
Cerebrate, take these, the deadliest of my minions. They shall aid you in your search.
Yes. A bold move. My way.
again in
Unauthorized entry detected.
so the way shooting to high ground works is you can't see the units until they attack you, but when they attack you, you can shoot back. You can fire back. But you have a miss chance. I never remember what it is. 50%. Okay, we have 3-3, and this means that the hunter killers will take practically no damage from the Marines, and neither will Kerrigan.
Security cameras activated.
Okay, good to know. Don't think that. We're just gonna do some good old-fashioned civilian murder. By the way, this entire mission is supposed to take place inside of a science vessel. Like, the scaling is kind of wonky.
Yes. My way.
No. Look how long it takes him to even kill a limb.
Our forces are under attack.
I like domination. Oh, no. Kill these. Okay. I lost all my lands. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Remember, Zerg generates all HP.
Yes.
And Protoss generate half of their HP, things called shields. Not terribly important because I'm fought parties that seriously fought back. They will next mission, so...
What is it now?
So Kerrigan can cloak, but I don't think it's important for her to do so.
Stay away from her.
Okay. So... Okay, let's not do random killing of scientists, of civilians, if it's not... No. Okay, now. Okay. Do I go here or here? I guess here. Okay, scout with the uninjured Hydra.
What is it now?
Okay, somehow... Do we go back?
My way.
Yeah, there's nothing here.
Bold move. All right.
Or here, so let's go.
On my way. All right. I'm listening. On my way.
No matter what I do, the injured Hydra somehow manages to find itself. No, you don't move command, don't move command. 19 HP.
What is it now?
31, 22, 33 HP.
What is it now? On my way.
I'm gonna get a little less paranoid when it gets to... These are a bunch of critters in a cell.
Yes.
These
Forces are under attack.
critters bleed just like anybody else.
Okay, now we go down here and release the critters, and release the lings, and we get more forces.
All right. I'm listening.
Don't fight this. How many HP? 45. Prison door locked. Okay, anything that unlocks them?
All right. On my way. I'm listening. On my way. Forward move. All right.
Oh, this is how I opened the prison doors. The beacon door.
Yes. What is it now? What is it now? On my way. I'm listening.
And we continue on.
Alright, let's wax these critters.
What is it now? What is it now?
Okay, so the lings have mostly served their purpose. How many HP is injured one now? 41.
Yes. A bold move. A bold move.
Do we need to go here? Yeah. Lock the door.
Yes. A bold move.
I think character might be medium and not small, which is weird.
A bold
Judging by how much damage F5 did. Let's close so that she can do this without taking any damage.
All right. On my way. A bold move. On my way. A bold move.
Nope, nothing here.
On my way. Yes. Yes. Bold move.
Alright, let's do a shot. Not the most important thing.
A bold move. All right.
You'll never make it out of here alive, bitch.
Oh, there are detectors here.
Bold move. On my way.
And the door is locked.
A bold move.
Do I need to do something silly like goop? Like goop them, or am I fucked? Yeah, I can just pull.
Bold move. Bold move.
I mean, I'll scout with these. Or see if we can hit some of the towns with a Hydra. At this point has...
I'm listening.
No. So these cause 5 damage at a time? I can live with that. Okay.
All right. A bold move.
No, I need to flee. Okay. This is annoying. I can do it. I mean, remember, the Zerg do regenerate. They just regenerate slow. When she gets back to like 100 something. Like if I had the Hydras here with her, it would have been it would be perfect. I have more lines.
What is it now?
The thing is, the goop and snare doesn't actually give me anything. Okay. These are detectors, so we can't just hit them.
Yes.
Nope, no. Okay, one of the goopy things is still... How much does it cost? 20? So I guess 10 because... Or 7 or something because minus armor it's 15 and it would be... Wait, if Kerrigan is small... I imagine that Kerrigan is small is half or 3/4 damage. I'm confused. At any rate, it has 50 HP. Can I just cloak? I think I can just cloak, target it down, and then the Marines will not know what to hit. Let's do it. Yep. Yep.
All right.
Security cameras activated.
I have unlocked all doors and therefore can finally have some kind of support. So where am I trying to go? Did I have the locked door? Oh, here.
Bold move.
I guess here is also a place where I need to go, but...
Bold move.
Okay...
Yes. All right.
Teleportation field activated.
I'm listening.
Oh, it's like that. So let's try to snipe at some Marines from the high ground. Thank you for not moving along. Thank you.
I'm listening.
Oh.
What is it now?
And...
On my way.
I think. This is a ghost. So we'll go with... So at this point, these are, like, even the injured one is no longer injured. And use the fact that we got this, and we're done.
Cerebrate, I have located the records I sought. We have everything we need here.
Okay. We're halfway done. I like how they're smoking inside.
Hey, are we really gonna blow this place?
Only if we see a Zerg.
Yeah, got your Zerg right here.
I like how the poor lighting makes it more hard.
Feel that, Cerebrate? The Protoss are here, on Char. They have been for some time, hiding. Protoss Commander, it was folly of you to come here, for I am Kerrigan, and I am Queen of the Zerg.
I know of you well, O Queen of the Zerg, for we have met before. I am Tassadar of the Templar. I remember your selfless exploits, defending humanity from the Zerg. Unfortunate it is to see that one who was once so honorable and full of life would succumb to the twisted wiles of the Overmind.
Do not presume to judge me, Templar. You'll find my powers to be more than a match for yours. In fact, I sense that your vaunted power has diminished since last we met.
Mayhap, O Queen. Or is it only that I need not flaunt my power in such an infantile test of will?
Foolish Templar. Prepare your defenses. I will come for you soon.
Kerrigan, I sense something strange about this Templar. Perhaps you should reconsider your attack.
For the last time, Zaz, you question my motives and authority at your own peril.
You dare threaten a Cerebrate? You'll be the doom of us all.
I'm not stupid, I know what I'm doing. I don't need links right now, but I do need the space to build a hatch that is not ridiculously far from home. The 200 it'll cost me to rebuild is less than how long than how much I will need for a longer conga line. So here we're going to encounter a very fun unit to play against, by which I mean the Reaver, the Protoss equivalent of the siege tank, which will murder your entire ground army, and you won't even notice until it's too late. Therefore, we are... Did it even need to do it? Probably. Therefore, we're gonna go air. We have a new unit. It's called the Guardian. It evolves out of the Muta. If the Muta is a weird Zerg version of the Wraith and the Scout Patrol, which we encountered briefly in Willigan, this is a weird version of the Battle Cruiser, in that it only targets ground, it is much smaller. To supply not 6, it causes 20 damage, not 25, and it... I don't know if it has less than half the HP, but it has range out to Wizard. As a result, it is the standard counter to massed ground units. We will use Kerrigan very little as usual for she is soft and squishy, and actually 400 HP means that she can take at least one Reaver hit to the face. Maybe even more than one, but... Let's bring the air over here. So we're gonna go Muta Guardian. This means we need to build a Spire for the Muta and a Greater Spire, which requires a Hive. We do expand before...
require more minerals.
We do expand before we build, what's it called? Before we rebuild our pool. This one's gonna be the pool. Oh, right. Yeah, there's a thing where in StarCraft 1, when you build a building, the money is only expended when you actually start the building, so you can accidentally overbuild and then you can't build until you don't have money. It's not like Red Alert or something where the money is being spent continuously. Only need to hotkey this within hotkeys. This is the last one I put in the minerals. Oh, we also have a new upgrade for the ring. Fun one. And by fun, I mean it makes the ring cause 40%, attack 40% faster, which makes the ring sound even more broken than it already is. So there. I don't know if we're gonna bother getting Hydra upgrades. Okay, this one's just gonna be extra base defense. And we're gonna build a spore colony here because we will get this. So let's start by doing a little bit of land. Bear in mind. Oh, wait, I need an even. Sure, let's even. It's looking to be important. So let's cut around. The thing is, there's an expansion that we should be taking. The problem is that the expansion is on high ground that we cannot take without ferrying things with an overlord and then and clearing it of enemy forces using the guardians. It's right here. And there's another one right here. So let's do single upgrades because I don't think we have enough. Okay, so let's start going here. We're gonna build. Actually,
spawn more overlords.
So Guardians outrange. I think Guardians outrange every single ground turret. So what we do is go here and pull back. Go here and pull back. Two Guardians against two Dragoons. The Guardians will win, but it's not. But you do need to do a little bit of micro to get to defeat the ability of the enemy to Okay, right now we're gonna do this. And meanwhile, we're gonna go. Which sucks. We do need to. Okay. And attack, and as soon as we can, we will fight things with the Overlord. Okay, good to know. Independent attack. Which in taking a choke point. So let's not just also, let's move. Let's have these slightly overloaded. Okay, Kerrigan can help. Okay. Building up in this mission is not going to be terribly exciting. We get attacked, but not enough for us to have a lot of fun with that. Okay, meanwhile, I'm going to build a Queen's Nest, not because I'm going to build a single Queen. As I said, I have bad micro, I don't build spellcasters, but because I'm going to take this time to build a Tonic, with which I get a greater style. Unless I'm doing something very wrong, it'll time out so that by the time okay, this maybe just doesn't need any clearing somehow. I also need faster overload. So we do this. And then afterward, we get to Hive after this is done, and then great. What do we want? Do we want Carapace? What do we want? No. Answer might be no. Look how slaves is. This is where you need the Overlords. I guess if you're thinking Alon fucked up their macro by not having gone there earlier, this is correct. How about we drop here so that we don't need to at least move as much? You know, these go here because I don't want them to die if there's a drop. Okay, obviously we're not gonna start a new one because we want to make it in time. Again, we do need a hive.
Evolution complete.
This is a hive. Okay, I'm gonna do. Wait, there's not. One goes here. This one goes here. This one goes here. Meanwhile, these can start mining minerals. You see how the Overlord now is not perfectly slow? This is what we like. With too many minerals and a lot of gas. So we're going to build another hatch because why not? Water, we have a lot. Because that's not going to make our too many minerals problems even worse. Or something. You know, I said I was going to take that base, so let's take that base. The answer to do we need more gas is yes, we do. So we're gonna mine from 3 gas. Oh, we need greater spire, and let's get adrenal just because I like adrenal. And the point is that these will go back here. One for guys. Actually, no, something is. Now we start producing the Motmot.
We require more Vespene gas.
If you think the mutas are gas heavy, the Guardians are another 50 minerals going gas. No, don't do this.
What is it now?
Fight with Paragon. And we got a couple lines. This is a Reaver. This is how bad the Reavers are. And by bad, I mean bad to fight against. Not bad for whoever owns the Reaver. Okay, we have 11 Motmots. Everything from now on is just gonna be. Let's put some sport here because I'm paranoid about Scout. About the drop. Let's say a spore and a sun. Okay, and now. So I have 2 Guardians. How many Motmots? 11. One thing we don't have a shortage of, it is minerals. We have +1 langs with adrenal. We're gonna put control group number 2. Not enough one here. And these are gonna go in control group number 3. And I'm gonna try to convert as many of these into Guardians as I can, which will be a giant investment of what's it called? Gas. Now I probably don't need to go static, but I have such a weird ratio. Okay, now I finally have enough money for all of this. And then the upgrades are gonna be insufficient, so we're gonna... Let's... Alright. Let's go here and poke around, by which I mean get our entire army killed by Reavers. But again, not a resource that we care very much about. It's not even... Oh wow, we're not even dying to Reavers, we're dying to... I mean, at least I guess they killed the dedicated anti-air. We're gonna. So again, we're just gonna do the smash lanes into the enemy until the enemy breaks strat. Because the Guardians are very good, but one thing they are not is a fast hit. Smash. This is a Reaver. The Reaver is gonna kill all of our ground units. the Reaver cannot shoot up. And once we... So, as I said, it's a little bit like how we used to do for Mission 8. We're gonna need to lose one. That is fine. 2. Meanwhile, let's replenish these stocks. You know, these can shoot up, so I should be building more air units. Okay. Nuclear Guardian is not usually the best in this.
Is under attack.
Are we getting drawn? So we're gonna move these here, turn them into Guardians, and of course we'll move them in neutral mode and not Guardian mode, because why the hell would I want to ever move around the map with a Guardian? Okay. Clear continues. We're running out of money here. That is fine. We have money here and money here. Go here. Go here. I think this is the only mission that requires you to eliminate units and not just enemy units and not just buildings, which is going to be very fun if we miss a unit. I believe the buildings only is because you don't have because Fog of War means it's really easy to hide units. So in StarCraft, in Warcraft 1, there was no Fog of War, so as soon as you explore somewhere, you have full vision of it permanently, like in Overlord. Whereas in...
Our forces are under attack.
And we smash legs until the end of eternity. And Protoss wonders why in a mission where if they went to ground, where they tried to go with dedicated anti-ground hunters on us, we're smashing air units into them. Almost as if I'm trying not to lose.
Our forces are under attack.
Upgrades. If we're gonna need them, we're in trouble. And they were in trouble and we need to put missions down to 1. Fight outside range of static, please. Yeah, so the Guardians the Guardians are good in many ways, but one of that is that they outrange static. Battle cruisers, I don't think do. What you do with them is you just when you have them in a number, they're sufficiently powerful that you can just smash them into static. Remember, Lings by far have the fastest clear speed line. Is this everything? Are we missing something? Okay, more mineral fields if we ever need them, which we do not. Oh, there's the... Yeah, this is stuff where you need to kill the units and not just the buildings. But let's check that we did not forget anything. So these are the things that are not fighting units and therefore will not even fight back. They will just try to run away, making things happen. What am I missing? I'm missing something. This annoys me.
Where are you, Tassadar? Do your underlings always do your fighting for you?
This shall be our battleground, O Queen. Face me here, and I will defeat you myself.
Okay, so we need to get Kerrigan to this
What is it now?
arena alone, where she will fight Tassadar, and it will be clear who is boss. This is not a speedrun number, and I apologize for this. Again, I don't optimize on this. Like, I guess this is a Throw Guardian. Maybe I need to move my Overloader as well.
An illusion? Are you afraid to face me, Templar?
So long as you continue to be so predictable, O Queen, I need not face you at all. You are your own worst enemy.
The culling.
Insufferable Protoss coward. Tassadar cannot evade my wrath forever. I shall find him and cut it.
Kerrigan, Zaz is dead.
Oh, it is a pity that Cerebrants cannot truly be killed. I expect that the Overmind will reincarnate him soon.
No, he will not. The Protoss have devised some new attack. An attack powerful enough to nullify our reincarnation and give cause to the Overmind itself.
So, Tassadar's plan was merely a diversion. I should not have underestimated him so.
Without its master, Zaz's brood has run amok, and even now threatens the Hive Cluster. Cerebrate, you must eradicate the rampaging brood and stem any further damage it might cause. I shall deal with the Protoss myself.
This is the only Zerg versus Zerg mission. I actually like how they contrived to do it. But this also means that we're going to need to fight into an existing position. Wait, why are the Hydras not fine? No, it's still fine. I mean, we're still having such... You will mine minerals that... Okay, we will... So SC2 has a much more fun way of dealing with stray larvae. So after the hatchery dies, the stray larvae stay. I think they stay. I don't remember. I think they last until as long as there's creep. So as soon as the creep recedes, then they die. There's also a cool mechanic for creep in SC2 that they figure out, because again here it's just a mechanic for the usual rule that you're only allowed to build near your base, which is typical in RTSs, and so for example in Warcraft you need to build next to a road. And in StarCraft, this is the creep for the Zerg and Pylon's Psionic and Pylon's Psi Power for the Protoss. Terran uniquely can build anywhere they want. And alas, they didn't think about it further for us. But for SC2, they actually came up with a really cool thing where, yeah, there's creep, there are things that generate creep. They're not creep colonies, but invisible creep tumors that can spread the creep along the map, and Zerg units are faster on the creep. So I think I said in the last video, there's a really cool minigame of Zerg will want to spread the creep, and Terran will want to clear the creep. I say Terran, even though it's the same with Protoss. Like, the creep clearing game works differently for Protoss, because Protoss has, as I said, the creep tumors are invisible. Every unit has a mobile detection. Every race has a mobile detection. Another base that we should take very soon. The mobile detection for Terran is this really expensive science vessel, which is called a Raven in StarCraft 2. I mean, different unit in the campaign, you can choose between them, but one is a replacement for the other. And so the Zerg, and for Zerg, it's no longer the Overlord. The Overlord needs an upgrade to become a detector called the Overseer. But because of that, but because of that, it's so the Protoss has this little observer which is invisible and can go wherever. So because of that, the Protoss has much easier way of finding these invisible creep tumors and sniping them when they appear, whereas for Terran it's harder, the creep clearing game. Reminder, we do not build fighting units until we finish with saturating the mineral line. We can try to snipe these. We need to babysit this, because if there are more things here that shoot up, then we're not in a good position. But run. Forces are under attack. So there's something called Lanchester's Law, which is very important in muta versus muta fights. It's important. So this is a guy who I don't remember if he was working. It was working around the time of World War I. I don't remember if before, during, or after. But he figured out that with then modern weaponry, like let's say rifles, like repeated fire, like things that are accurate enough that you can attack at range. With these, you can focus fire with, let's say, swords or pikes or whatever you can't. You can only use along a line of contact. And what this means is that you can do this focus fire where you could just focus down the weakest enemy units. And if you have a hit point system, it's the easiest to think about that way. It's called the square law, which is the value of a unit is proportional to the square of the number of soldiers. So this means that, for example, if you take a Mutalist, and let's say we have a custom unit, which is identical to the Mutalist, except it causes twice damage, it is not worth like 2 Mutalisks. because we have the square like it's worth like square root of 2 Mutalisk. Conversely, so that's one interpretation of the law. If you play Axis and Allies, by the way, it's really useful for figuring unit conversion rates. But because every unit has the same hit point, which is essentially 1, and the attack is just how many pips it needs to. And and the other way that you can use this is that if you have a unit versus Muta fight and you have even upgrades, then and you're trying to figure out. So obviously, the side with more Mutas wins, but also, but more important than that, the side with more the side with more Mutas will not have the difference between them left after the battle. Will have the difference of square. So let's say 50 versus 30 Mutas. The winning side will end the battle with 30 Mutas, not 10. This is better.
Our forces are under attack.
We're eventually gonna go Guardian, so it's not. So yeah, we're gonna build the usual jazz like Hydrogen and all, but we're gonna go Muta. We're gonna go heavy air because there's an elevated ledge at some point, and it's not nice to have to deal with. Okay, Queen's Nest. We actually want any of the other upgrades. I don't think we're gonna go this way, but why not? The important thing is to clear the expansion. Don't go on adventures. Takes so long to die. I mean, it makes sense that lovers should take a long time to die. Okay, we're in numerical inferiority, so okay, we're kind of short on fighting units right now, but that's fine. I did this just right. Now we're gonna move that way. We're gonna leave a couple units. Yeah, we can do this to defend, and we're gonna move to this side. We should get this spire. Let's get a second spire.
Our forces are under attack.
We're being attacked by way too much in a single hydro left we're gonna handle. Do we have any fighting units? We have no fighting units. Okay, go kill, go kill, go kill. We have so many patches that we can recover, we literally have no fighting units. Actually, we have fighting units. Let's try to make sure that we can have a fighting. I have fighting units here all the time. They just, you are just out of position. That is not nice. This, we do need to saturate our base. Next here, and attack in this direction. We have no spores. How many hydras do we have? Dude, also like that. Did we lose over hydras? Thankfully, mutas killed those.
Require more minerals.
Hydra, go kill the muta. There's a thing where enemy units will prioritize fighting units to kill.
Require more minerals.
Especially fighting units that are a danger to them. So, for example, a unit that cannot shoot up will prioritize things that can't shoot up. Okay, with that little bit of embarrassment behind us. Oh fuck, we need overlords? Okay, so this goes here. And a lot of OVs.
Require more minerals.
And we will need a lot of gas. Because, as I said, the Guardians are gas. Like it is. I won't be able to get away with just mutas if we...
All forces are under attack.
Oh, we need. Wait, after this, we. Guess we don't need. Okay. I'm just doing code. This is not yet fully saturated. Doesn't matter.
All forces are under attack.
Again, this is just a smash. Roughly to upgrades 1-1.
All forces are under attack.
Guard the hydras. So this is easy, so we go muta, like that. Might not even need it.
All forces are under attack.
We need one. What happens if we poke with drones? Do we even have a drone?
All forces are under attack. Evolution complete.
How about we don't go greater? No, we are going to need greater. Eventually we will run into fun.
Spawn more overlords.
Okay, so when there are lots of... So if there are going to be lots of stuff that's in the air, that's when we're going to start doing the...
All forces are under attack.
He's also should attack. Okay, so let's bring in mutas to help. Mutas, I mean, spores are gonna kill mutas, so let's go for that. This will give us another base to expand to, which means that we finally are not gonna be, like, extremely gas. Okay, you stay here and try not to... Try not to cause too much ruckus. You become... And we already have this way too many on ones. What's your problem? Oh, right. They have this problem where in StarCraft 1 units didn't move. Like in StarCraft 2, if a friendly unit blocks your building, they will just move. In StarCraft 2, in StarCraft 1, they haven't figured that trick yet. They will just say that the building cannot be built. We're gonna go around with two rings. You see, this is where we're gonna need... We might need guardians.
Our forces are under attack.
That's it. So we're gonna build Mutmuts. As soon as I got enough for 7.
Our forces are under attack. Speed gas.
I have such a surplus of... You know... By the way, there's this weird thing where some AoE attacks cause friendly fire and some don't. So siege tanks do. I think Reavers don't, I'm not sure. The mutas have this thing where they have this bounce. That does not cause friendly fire. Smash it into the sunk. Oh, we have to deal with guardians, so... Is there anything here that is a threat to me? The answer is yes, because things here, so...
Our forces are under attack.
Oh, no, you move. Okay. Investigate that. No. I guess the downside of this is that I can defeat it. Just look. So this is 100. This costs 125 minerals. So I lost 2. I lost 3 mutas. No.
We require more Vespene gas.
And there's a scourge. And just try to run them into where do I have counters?
Our forces are under attack.
It's still on screen. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's try to run. That's a little long. Let's get the rings because they have a giant surplus. Here, can we get rid of these rings here maybe? Here.
Our forces are under attack.
Yeah, and as soon as this upgrade finishes, we'll start guardianing and attacking this elevator. Note that with 3... Yep. work with this and try to get them not to go on too many adventures. We'll report all of adventures here. Are cows available? Oh. Sorry, I didn't see the chat before. Are cows available? There is no cow level, I'm sorry. But we're not gonna check this, of course, because we're not that trollish. We want to mostly fly away from these, because these are gonna get guardianed. They're still control group 2, and then they're gonna... Oh god, no. I mean, once they fight back, they're okay, it's just... Sorry, lights warm. Sorry, I'm in 2 monitors, and by 2 monitors I mean 2 computers. And, yeah. The keys can be widely separated. Let's move these to places where it can be dedicated anti-air slashers. Again, one of these missions, like, these missions are long, not hard. Mission... This is 7. Mission 8 is tricky, not hard. Mission 9, 8 would say is hard. It's the hardest Zerg mission. Yeah, and the place little center is in the middle. Okay, we're okay smashing into these because we're slightly outranged them, but we might. Alright. And now. Forces are under attack. That's basically it. And I know I've said it's over a couple times. This time I mean it. Like the capital ships, so carriers, guardians, and what's it called, and NBCs and Valkyries. Again, they're very noob friendly this way, and meanwhile we're gonna defend it with mutas. Have another upgrade finish. What's our upgrade? 3-0. And now we're going to start the assault on the elevated platform. I don't know if we need to kill units or just building. This is what happens when Scourge runs into a unit, and if there were more of them, it would be fine. The Muta vs. Scourge game is actually a real staple of ZVZ. Don't go on adventures, you don't do this. However, Mutas can go here. And meanwhile, we're just gonna babysit so that they don't accidentally run into Spore. Too many spores without attacking the train. So how about this? We kill this spore. We're out of range, and yep. What am I worried about that I'm getting? Oh, they're trying to retake the base. So I don't know how the triggers exactly work for taking bases. I think the way it works is that we'll try to retake the base until you destroy it completely. So because we left a couple buildings, it was not considered completely destroyed. If we need to eliminate, no. Oh, 1 spore. Okay. I really hope we don't need to chase over. Yep, we're done. To put things in perspective, I finished the hardest mission in the game in less time than that.
Behold, my long silence is now broken. am made whole once more. The cunning Protoss have dared strike down that which was immortal. For the Protoss who murdered Zaz are unlike anything we have faced before. These Dark Templar radiate energies that are much like my own, and it is by these energies that they have caused me harm. Yet shall their overweening pride be their downfall. For when the assassin Zeratul murdered Zaz, his mind touched with mine, and all his secrets were made known to me. I have taken from his mind the secret location of Ire, the Protoss homeworld. At long last, my children, our searching is done. Soon we shall assault Ire directly.
For now, we must ensure that the Dark Templar can cause no more harm. Cerebrate, you shall set a trap for our foes. Kerrigan will lead them to you.
Okay, so this is the only, I believe this is the only mission in the game that you can lose in God mode, Power Overwhelming. Because, okay, so we don't actually have bases here. So these are Nidus canals. In SC1, they are ways to get to the command. So note that we need to guard these beacons, because if Dark Templar escape the map, we lose. This is the only, again, it's the only time we can ever lose without losing units, so in God mode.
Our forces are under attack.
So we do need to split our units, and we don't start with a lot. So let's put these here, and we do one ultra at each entrance. And where does Kerrigan go? Let's put Kerrigan at the weaker one. So this only has this. So you go here. And I believe the game design is sufficiently non-sociopathic that you can actually. Because you don't actually need this much. Okay, so we have this. Okay. And we have Kerrigan. We're gonna do one additional overlord at each entrance. The Paranoia Overlord. Then we don't need to destroy all Protoss buildings or all Protoss units. Okay, now we need to start building fighting units. Even though this is a long Conga line, and this goes. And these are units that like going on a frontier, as you can see. Because when we might want to put 2 more legs there, maybe. Just as a reminder, the Dark Templar are permacloaked.
Require more minerals.
This might be way too much saturation. That's an interesting place for it. And we start defending now. Where? There's an expansion, I just don't remember. I think it's this base that we can clear to expand to. There are a bunch of bases that we can clear and expand. Alright, we don't have it. Combo line continues. And the lair as soon as we can. Because we do need the overlords to be slightly less slow though.
Our forces are under attack.
By the way, this is just where we need to protect. Like, we don't need to, like, the Dark Emperor can stand on the beacons, they just can't reach this. Like, they can't reach the exits, I guess. Like this. So we're being attacked here, and this is something that Kelvin is very well suited.
Yes.
Well, I think we go ground in this mission, not that. Mostly we just need better overlords. Which means the overlords do not be slow, folks.
What is it now?
Yep. Is there something? Is this the base that we need to? Did we expand to? Let's check it. Yeah, this looks like gas. This looks like scouts. Okay. We got a bunch of hydras and clear. I don't think we need any. Okay, so here we have a pretty good setup. What we're lacking is upgrades, so... Do we only want 2 upgrades? Let's do 2 upgrades because we are gonna very soon get the second base with gas. How many is a 7 hydras? Problem I'm worried about getting sniper DT. So, okay, let's take 2 hydras and move them here. And then let's do a double attack, not... okay, we build an OV.
We require more minerals.
And we're about to be ready to start. Let's attack. Let's not. Okay, I think these are going to be enough to defeat the DT right now. This with Hydrophores, yeah, just this is a DT. We're just smashing into it. Yep, first DT. So the thing about DTs is they're kind of squishy, but they cause so much damage. Like they're 45 damage, and they're permanent. Okay, is there anything else we need to care about here? No, there isn't. What is it? Oh, this is a Protoss base. That's not. That's right. Oh god, there's a Reaver, there's a Reaver. We are dying. Yeah, okay. Oh god, no, no. Yeah, we died to the follow-up attack. Again, it's like with Siege Tank. 1 is not a risk, 2, you'd better run. So... Try to not be in my way for 1 sec. Okay, got it. Alright. We are still gonna take the space. Because I'm crazy. Forget them to attack. You stay here, you stay here. You're defending against DTs. Thank you very much. Not a very early expansion, not a very fast expand, but the best I could do. What do we want? Let's say... And what do we want here? Lane, let's see. I don't think we're actually going to build any altars this mission. Or maybe any other mission. Like, they're not... They're expensive. Is the main point. Now, because we're crazy, we're going to try to smash into the base with the altars. Yeah, no, this does not cause any friendly fire. Which means that... Like, this is... So, remember how I said last video that doctrinally I would not call these... I would not call siege tanks tanks. They're like artillery, and I think that this is even more like that. Like, frontal units protect... I mean, if you can get the enemy... If me as the enemy, the Zerg, if I get close to these... Yeah, what kind of objective again? Sorry about the camera on, camera off thing. It is a camera that is not even the one that I am. It's called Destroy the Protoss Bases. I don't think I need to destroy all of those. Right, I need a hive. And we will explode into many bases. Do I want to actually Guardian? Or do I want to smash?
Forces are under attack.
Like, the Ultra is actually going to be pretty good. We're worried mostly about minerals.
More minerals.
And we rally. Yeah, let's wait for an upgrade, and by upgrade I mean we should get Adrenal, and, when we get, and then, what do you think you really care about? No. It's just a well-defended spot at this point. I need to worry about minerals, not gas. We're going to just...
Spawn more overlords. Evolution complete.
We need OVs. What's the evolution that's complete? Oh, right, we do need... We need Hive for +3. And we will soon expand to this and then smash the protospace here. I don't remember what there's between these. Yeah, they were well defended. I think that's it for... And what if we try to smash from both directions?
All forces are under attack.
No. to upgrade 0-0, and what do we have? 2-1. Okay, we get Adrenal. We get Adrenal. We either attack immediately or we attack when another. If another upgrade is just about to be done, then we attack them. If not, we attack with Adrenal. And we'll try to do we'll try to double prong. So links from here, links from here. Actually, let's upsmart them. Make sure that there's some kind of river of lava or something like that. We'll attack from like many directions, from like 3 directions at once. When Adrenal finishes, Lens Adrenal is done just about now. We're not going to wait for plus 2 cannons. Do we have Adrenal? Looks like we have Adrenal. There's macro.
Our forces are under attack.
Did we get any of the levers? I believe the answer is no, we did not. Which means we try again. We have a lot of stuff we can throw away on this side.
Our forces are under attack. Evolution complete.
Okay, we got 2 of the reavers. Are there 3? No, it looks like there are 2 left. No, there are 3 left. They don't have a lot of defenders. We just smash more lings. Do we have lings here? Yes, we do. Go, go, go. Dominos. And we're almost out of minerals here, so we must purge. You know, these don't shoot up, which means they can actually hold forces
are under attack.
Okay, I'm not gonna move my last defense forces. And yeah, here. Please tell me you don't have other defending. Oh, is there just 1? They have 4 scarabs. Okay, I'm gonna take 2.
Our forces are under attack.
Scarabs have this nice thing where they don't shoot very quickly. So we can actually do this, and now we're going to be able to expand to this base finally. This drone is the nearest. Your guys are lazy and need to, depending on political views, either stop getting on welfare or stop looking at idle billionaire.
Our forces are under attack.
Or both.
Once again, I grow tired of slaughtering your servants. Have the mighty Templar lost their infallible courage?
Well-spoken concubine of the Zerg.
Concubine?
But though we strike at you from the shadows, do not think we lack the courage to stand in the light. You would do well to abandon this attack.
You seem overconfident of your abilities, Dark One. I am no helpless cerebrate to be assailed under cover of darkness. I am the Queen of Blades, and my stare alone would reduce you to ashes. You and your ilk cease to amuse me. Prepare yourself for Oblivion's embrace.
Oh, right, yeah, so I think the way it works is there are two nexuses that we need to destroy or something like that, and we just dealt with one of them. And the other one is on this side, that part I remember. So now we attack to the west. Yep, like this. And the Lings are just very strong right now. Which is good because we are out of cash. I mean, on one anyway. Still some stuff here. And here, and now we just... Sorry about this. I used to constantly talk about how I have an old computer, now I'm gonna talk about how I have a new computer, and the new computer sometimes reminds me that it's... This turns out to be a place that I could have assaulted without dealing with... Without dealing with the Reavers, I will be very upset. Oh, this is a DT. Okay. And then we'll attack with OVs. We actually need gas very much. Do you have anything here? Oh no, we were attacked by a scout. 2 scouts. Whatever will we do? The answer, of course, is ignore them. Now we're playing the... Oh no. Oh no. Just get these... We'll get rid of these. Nope. Didn't work. Will require a little more smush. Is this enough? Yes. There is a Protoss thing here. Is that a base? We will expand if we need. I hope we don't. We have not expand. Like, StarCraft 1 gives you lots of bases. StarCraft 2, by the way, doesn't. StarCraft 2, you start with, like, the bases that they give you. If they think you only deserve one base in an expansion, that's what you're gonna get. We attack and in a broader front. Okay, this is a Psionic Storm, the thing that just... This is cast by the High Templar, and it's a really nice spell if you're a computer. Because... Did I just... Yeah, I just drowned. Yeah. We might need to re-expand.
Our forces are under attack.
And we have enough stuff here. Let's scatter it down. Go into it from a bunch of directions. Like, once you get to these, they're not strong. This is why I'm saying that they're like artillery. Like, they're not durable, whereas the whole point of an MBT is that it's durable enough to resist defenses so that... Okay, I guess you go here, you go here. And squeamish about sending so much stuff here. They say, and then immediately send.
Our forces are under attack.
But we don't have a lot of forces left, we have forces left. And the Ultra with the 25 HP is going wild. The lesser known porn site Ultra is going wild.
Now, Protoss, you shall know my wrath. Now you will know the fury of the Queen of Blades.
However, she's kind of a large ham here. And Kerrigan is left behind, and if I were making this as a television show...
My children, the hour of our victory is at hand. For upon this world of Aya shall we incorporate the strongest known species into our fold. Then shall we be the greatest of creation's children. We shall be perfect. Yet before I can be made manifest upon this world, the way must be prepared. You must seize the Kidaran crystals, for within them lies power undreamed of by the Kotas. Go now, my Cerebrate. Secure the crystals and bring swift wrath to all who oppose the swarm.
So as I said, I started saying that there's this kind of weird structure where you're not playing as the main character, but as an assistant to the main character, the respectively Cerebrate or the Magistrate. And let's get. I'm not even gonna get. Do I want to get? How many more? You know, if I move these, I bet I could build Wait. If I can move these away... Okay. Yes. I do need production. So this is, I think, the hardest mission in the Zerg campaign. So the way it works is it's an attack then defense mission. You're supposed to get to this point, then defend it for 15 minutes, then get back. But the Protoss will send a lovely little caster unit on you called the Arbiter, which can do the same thing that it goes to on lockdown, except it's not one unit, it's all and mechanic also doesn't affect Zerg, but all units in AoE. With StarCraft 2 control, this unit is broken, which is why it's equivalent in StarCraft, where it's called the Mothership, and you can only build one of these at a time. And yeah. Now, you cannot be attacked while in the Arbiter, which is called Stasis. However, that is little consolation when when you wanted your full army for defense, and then half your army is in stasis and the other half is being slaughtered without the first half to assist. This is going to be the gas. And this is where you build multiple hatches. Bear in mind, at the time the game was released, I didn't even think about that, or is something that is expected, which means that if you know how to build multiple bases, the game gets less hard. We're gonna move here, and this is gonna go here. We're about to finish saturating, which means we can start building units. Are we saturated? Almost.
We require more minerals.
Let's get some static here because we will be attacked.
We require more minerals.
Static, maybe this. I like again. I mean, I'm fully open to the charge that I build much static, and that I oversaturate my bases. So the way this mission works is there's an so there are 3 Protoss armies that we're fighting, of which one is here, one is here, one is here. This is the scary one. We don't even attack into it. We can. If you want a little bit of a challenge, do a kind of extermination thing, like where you eliminate all enemy stuff. But if you don't, you leave them be. Okay, so now we're gonna build units, which will enable us to take this base. Guess what unit we need to face in order to take this base? And if your first guess is, oh my god, Reavers, you are correct. This and Hydra. And a little bit we're going to start working on 5, but not yet. Okay, this is in case we get attacked from here. The way it works is that the Protoss armies don't activate until we get near them. I mean, the top one always is the top one.
We require more minerals. We require more minerals.
And then the second army, and then so we don't activate the middle one. So when I first played this, I tried to go Muta Guardian on every mission because I only knew how to do mass air. I mentioned noob, and the way I would do it is and they did not know how to expand, so I tried to do it all on one base, which was a horrifically slow build-up. Do you want antennas? Antenna's going to be useful. Protoss does not have Dark Templar on this mission, because you cannot build Dark Templar in StarCraft 1. So the answer is no. Nice if the overlords are fast, but antennas are ill. We go here, we're spotting, and smash into here and hope not to aggro any Reaver. And because these went on an adventure, they did not know how to attack the things that are actually attacking them. No, by the way, this is explosive damage, just causes half damage to the lanes, which is why our lanes are not instant. They're dying, but there's this. Nice. And smash. What did we just do? Oh, my
Forces are under attack.
So this is the base that we do not want to aggro because, oh my god, Reavers are gonna ruin our game. So we want to try to skirt. Unfortunately, I believe building this will aggro here, which is gonna be fun. We do have room to build the base here. And I believe we will have 300 and not embarrass ourselves by the time we pass there, or maybe not. Nope, we don't have enough, we will have the 8-minute expansion.
We require more minerals. We require more minerals. Evolution complete.
What's more important, carapace or adrenal carapace? I'm guessing this is going to be a 30-minute mission, and the next one is about 25. We barely have an army, apparently. Do we? Oh, we're undersaturated. Like we're undersaturated on minerals here. Excellent. After these are out, we'll start building. That explains why I have so little money.
Require more minerals. Spawn more overlords.
Founders one.
Require more
OV
minerals.
and another OV. Note, by the way, buildings that are under construction have very small site radius, and this is actually used for various cheese strats, like cannon rushes. Like the trick with cannon rushes is the villains are just not going to notice what's happening to them, but it's very... And we're obviously not going to take gas. We're not going to go... Are we risking dying to Reavers? Yeah, we are, but... and yes, it's more important to saturate than to adrenal airlines. Actually, we can take gas now, just because it's free to grab us. We're just never gonna get to it. We need a lot of anti-air later, so we can't neglect. And we're gonna need to do this because we will get attacked in this base as well. We need to defend multiple bases, they're not all in the same spot. The idea that you should be able to defend your bases is StarCraft 2ism. Are there lots of... Oh, right, this is the thing. There are a bunch of drones that we need to move. No. And now we're finally going to... And now we're gonna go adrenal finally. Bear in mind, when you have a good setup, you get adrenal sometimes before you get one. Okay. At least now we have many bases. And we will smash into this in a bit.
Our forces are under attack.
Okay, we're about to aggro. Maybe not the best time to attack before Adrenal. But, let's just wait for Adrenal before we try to attack intentionally. Yep, that was a Reaver. We have Adrenal, and go, go, go. Second group. Third group. Go, 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 go. Okay. Go, 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 go. Ire has this thing where it's a forest world because all worlds only have one biome. And and lots of rivers that and ledges that this is a fun adventure. Kill the robot. We do not want to deal with. These are the ledges that get attacked with the Guardians usually. If you go Guardians, which again I'm not gonna build air. The thing is that air has this tendency to clump. To clump even worse in the lanes, so attack is more important for us. Like, we're not afraid of things that attack, that have many small attacks that have like. I mean, if we're attacked by lanes, then yeah, we are afraid of. I don't know why we're in building this much. What's it called? Gas. Okay, now this is the kind of second proton, so as soon as we saturate this space, it will just explode. In fact, I'm already gonna build another fan checker. Please go here. I don't have 4 minerals. Have a seat change. And we soon attack to the south. I'm rallying here because I don't actually trust the pathing to know how to go around the thing, and Overlord will just get rally direct into the ledge. And yep, we have awakened. We have awakened the middle protons. Okay, kill the people who are defending the artillery because you can't go around them very easily. So, there's a game called StarCraft Mass Recall, which is a mod of StarCraft 2, which is the StarCraft 1 campaign made with the StarCraft 2 engine. I'm forgetting how much I've said about it yesterday. But the point of this one is that it's kind of interesting which unit gets weaker and which gets stronger. So apparently the Reavers are no longer insanely good because they I think the issue is that the little thing that they shoot doesn't derp around and doesn't somehow the derping around is really important for the firepower. We can attack left and right to kill more parts of the middle base. I probably will want to do that, but simultaneously with why do I have this thing here? Attack here, you attack here. Attack from both sides. Got it. And kindly no laser. This is mostly for if I just run out of cash. And this means I need another base. All forces are under attack. I'm thinking. Evolution. All forces are under attack. Okay. Managed to get it. And I'm being attacked. All forces are under attack. Ooh, I have a bunch of stuff here that I didn't notice. Go kill, go kill. This is how I play Zerg mission. I think this is also how you play Zerg 1v1. You have a rally space for all of your units, and then you just mush them and smash them and don't look at the army. I have heard a critique of this kind of game where you're not supposed to look at your army, that it's supposed to make it less fun. The game. It's kind of the right way to play. Is not. You see, ledge. Which doesn't matter too much because it's lanes, they're not worth much. It matters more. Second echelon. I think that so this base we can take, but there are bases. I think there's a base on the other side to the left, which where where it's so close to these ledges that the photon cannons on the ledge actually do get there. Okay, we do this. Kill these so that we will not try to re-expand, and then all forces are under attack. And Link's killed so quickly that. Okay, this is the spot we need to get to with a drone. Why was the drone damaged? I guess it took face. Go here. Go here. Go here. I don't want you to awaken that base end. Go here. Go here. Guys are depleted. I don't care. I'm not that gas heavy. We will attack. Get attacked here. Yeah, here. I think the idea is that maybe they were expecting us to turn it into a defensible base, but
our forces are under attack.
I think we just activated.
Our forces are under attack.
Oh, this is the one that's secluded? Yep. This is the stasis. Oh, another thing is that the Arbiters also have a thing that they cloak all non-Arbiters nearby. All friendly non-Arbiters nearby. So 2 Arbiters can't cloak each other, but they will cloak all other units.
Our forces are under attack.
The crystal is being harvested.
Yep, that is... Yeah. This is a Protoss force, alright. Okay. So the Arbiter is kind of weird in that it has an attack, which some spellcasters do, some don't, but it doesn't use it very much. Like, I don't think it uses it by default. No. That is a carrier. So we need to bring all of our forces right here, right now. And make sure we have men.
Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack.
And hope that our ability to rebuild faster than Protoss can kill. We have 8:20 on the clock. It's around 5.5 minutes in reality, and we need to smash a carrier. Hydras are good against carriers. They are not good against carriers if... So we do 2 echelons. You see, as I said, the issue is that you want to have all of your forces fight together, and the AoE of the Arbiter will ruin your day with that. Thankfully, we macroed. So I said 30 minutes, we're very close. And then after this, we need to bring this home. Unit 20 adventure. If we cared, we would. But as you're saying, we're not short on. We're short on minerals. Okay, let's move these around a little bit to avoid going to AoE.
Our forces are under attack.
What is that? Oh, Psionic Storm. It says a lot about how afraid I am of Arbiter, that I am getting stormed, and I don't really care. 5 minutes on this clock, 5:40 on this clock, it's 4 on this clock.
Under attack.
We should be able to fight. And the Zealot, I guess, lost interest. Oh, by the way, you can also stasis your own groups. Has it just happened? What is this? An Arbiter.
Our forces are under attack.
We're facing scouts. Go. Don't go. Don't all of you get static. You could get stasis. Okay, another attack. We should probably not slouch in building units, you know?
Our forces are under attack.
No more slouch. Scouts are just not that good.
Our forces are under attack.
310, so about 2 and a bit on this clock. It's, again, about a factor of 1.4, 1.5, I believe. Let's see, 3 minutes is 27:20. Let's see what that means. Okay, I'm gonna send these on an adventure here, but I'm not going to make it a full attack. Like, I'm actually capable of losing this many Hydras and still standing. This is an Archon, it's a nice AoE unit that I would be much more afraid of if... Okay, well, I would care much more if I didn't have this size of reserve.
Our forces are under attack.
Yeah, this one actually is there an over? Yeah, there's an over.
Our forces are under attack.
It's just the bottom of the attack, you know, it doesn't matter. Just get rid of the salt. Doesn't matter. Yeah, the defense missions have time, and I guess the attacks here are not as relentless. So yeah. As I said, it would be about a 30-minute mission. Okay, now get to beacon. GG. And the last mission is also kind of beacony, but not as much. There's the thing, by the way, where mission 10 of Zerg is kind of anticlimactic, in that it's just clearly much less hard. And we can randomly launch an attack on the left side of yellow. Which again, I've done before. Like, I mean, if you don't, again, if you want to be thorough, you can hold them.
Our forces are under attack. Crystals are in our possession. Now, all shall tremble before the might of the swarm.
Our forces are under attack.
Full circle.
You have done well, my Cerebrit. The Protoss can do nothing but flee before the onslaught of the swarm. But now you must assault one final site before our conquest is assured. Behold, there is a temple not far from here that lies upon ground most hallowed. Though I have borne witness to the passing of countless millennia, the temple which you must assault is older by far. For it was constructed by my creators, the Xel'Naga, and it marks the site where the Xel'Naga first set foot upon Aiur. The temple must be cleared, and the Kadaran crystal set in its place. Only then shall the way be made ready. For it is upon that ground alone that I may be manifest.
So, just straight attack. And as usual, what's a rule of macro? I have some people in chat, but not that many, so I'm just gonna say it again. And also on YouTube you can see chat. We do not build fighting units until we finish saturating. We have lots of money to start with, so we're gonna build a bunch of bases. We're gonna start with 2, actually, you know what? I'm gonna expand right now. If there's a little expansion left and another little expansion right, we're gonna take the left one. But we're gonna take it here. Obviously, there's gonna be another place for it in a bit. Big macro energy, and we should also build a hatch here for the gas. I will say this mission, despite being probably the most macro of the Zerg missions, I think it's easier than Mission 9. So this is going to be a little bit of, I don't know if a letdown. Okay, thank you for not pursuing. I appreciate your strength.
You require more minerals.
So I don't know. So I don't know the. So because they don't say, except when you say when I see it, when I click, I'm gonna click on water for a second, right, guys? It doesn't say it says the cost of everything in minerals, gas, and supply, but it doesn't say the. But it does not say how much time they take, which means that I don't know how many drones I need to have on minerals in order to in order to be able to mine continuously as soon as something. Like, we're starting to go to the point where I have some cash left. This is... You know... Okay, this is a lot. Okay, so how about take the fact that I am... Okay, I'm gonna start buildings just because I have... I mean, might as well do it since I'm...
Is under attack.
Okay. We need to run away with the drones so that they don't die. Okay. And we're gonna get... Okay, at least now we do. Okay. This will not go fast. Oh fuck, we did have a bunch of drones that we managed to...
Our forces are under attack.
And they managed that. Double upgrade, of course. And we're going to be very thankful that scouts are so bad that getting hit by a bunch of them is not actually going to reward it. Okay, hydrogen. And there. You know something? We have so much cash. We can afford to build triple upgrades. I don't know if that's the direction we get a back from, but note that we barely have any fighting units. This will change place. So base here. They have, I believe, if they have their gas geysers come pre-depleted, which is kind of weird. But this is not a mission where we're going to build a lot of gas. Queen's Nest purely for the hive. Hive for +3 and for adrenal. And we're going to be oversaturated. That's okay. And I think we're done building drones out of these. No, we need another drone. As I said, we're not going to get a lot of upgrade. We need a hive. And this means that very soon we're going to need 1,000,000. This is the keeps your family safe thing. So let's also hatch here. You know something? I don't like building fighting units out of this. It's too far. So this builds overlords. These will be able to fight me. I'm gonna wait actually to be able to do 2 all at the same time because I'm gonna forget otherwise. Okay, I keep saying that I'm oversaturated, but and then when you're oversaturated, at no point is there something not in minerals. Faster OV, and now the fact that we're short of gas suddenly starts hurting. We don't have gas for people upgrades. Okay, let's... Do we want to wait for something? Yes, we wait for it. Definitely wait for adrenal. Silly not to. We'll probably build pure Ling. We have enough hydras for whatever anti-aid. As soon as we get 225, we go. Remember how I said we have enough? We're gonna have enough. Great. So this and oh no! Oh no! Oh no! So, do we have more hydras? Yes. Thankfully, Villain decided to engage into the spores. So we lost 2 hydras. Oh, and we were trying to attack the weakest one. That is not nice. We're not allowed to mind them.
We require
as many fighters as we can, and our overlords can now scout a little bit. Again, villain will not have DTs because Protoss can only. So in the lore, the manual will say so. The DTs are exiles from Ire, who kind of kept their loyalty or something like that. They are, but they're not. But the Protoss, the main of the Protoss, can treat them as heretics, and to the point that, again, we haven't seen the the POV of the Protoss yet, but it's okay. We should maybe take this gas. Take this base for the gas. Again, the bases we're about to run into only have minerals.
Our forces are under attack.
And our unit comp for today is going to be Lings with a side of Lings. Hydra with a few Hydras, but then more Lings. We wait for 353, yeah, why not? Actually, okay, no more base, we can take this and expand because we really need more minerals. Especially forces are under attack. Okay, let's start clearing this. Remember our unit comp? Wait, what is attacking us? Oh god, oh god. Never mind. Turns out that artillery is really good. That smashing artillery is really good when you have it in mass, not otherwise. Let's see which one gets it first. Okay. Best micro ever. Do not even look at the army. And unit comp. Smash. Let's defend this. This go here. We need some overlords. Let's also get this. Again, this was there's a cannon. Cannons. So I don't remember what's the damage type for a sunk, but all the anti-air static is explosive. So half damage to lines. I mean, in units, and so this is important also for missile turrets. Of course, if what you get is the thing depleted. We can get that, it's not going to be very important, and I'm going to try to finish this in 20 minutes. Which is mostly means Operation Smash Link. Which means I need to make sure all of my things are running. The morale ultraless is here. So, go, kill. Spoiler alert, we're gonna finish it from with a cater and pestle to the top. Go. Go. Oh, carriers we attack with several hiders at once. Or we just ignore them and let the lanes kill because lanes go carrier. Kill anything and kill anything you want. This is a shield battery, recharges shields. Not terribly useful because units cannot move while it happens. And then in SC2, the shield batteries are, I'm not going to say broken, very powerful, to the point that Protoss is kind of unplayable. They charge automatically, they do not freeze the unit. I have no idea why you ended up here, but one of us knows. Go kill, go launch, go kill, go kill.
Our forces are under attack.
Are not properly rallied. I need more.
Evolution complete. Our forces are under attack.
Doubt we do, but never mind. And go kill. Oh, there's lots of more. Kill. I don't remember if I've ever actually tried to venture beyond this. Yep. And
our forces are under attack.
I mean, we need to bring
Zerg. The Protoss have launched a final offensive to keep us from the ruins. You must hold them at bay for a while longer.
Our forces are under attack.
Okay, we need to bring the drone here. And again, this is an easier mission than Mission 10. And in retrospect, again, this is not a mission where we get to talk about how Blizzard depicts hypocrisy with various forms, but, so I think that missions 9 and 10 have a bit of a connection to one mission. Be more epic. I also think that missions 7 and 8 in Protoss, which we'll do tomorrow, are not properly differentiated. Okay, here's the drone. Provide cover using the best defense.
Now shall the events set into motion so long ago be made complete. For the Protoss too were created by the Xel'Naga. They were the first creation, gifted with a purity of form, and we were the second creation, blessed with a purity of essence. Indeed, our two species are but opposite facets of a greater whole. Soon shall our two races be made as one. Thenceforth shall all feel the wrath of the eternal swarm, for the hour of judgment is come.
I think there's a final cinematic, and we're done. How do the Guardians even fly? They don't have wings, and if they're lighter than air, like, the Overlords should be slow like Overlords. I think the only time I derped here was when I ran to this place where I needed to regen and in the Nobel mission. Okay, they don't have a quit button. This is a quit button. Yeah, so, hi. Oh, yeah, yes, Shadow, I do a whole campaign in one evening. It is 3.5 hours. It was, I don't remember. I remember that, I haven't actually deleted yesterday's campaign. Let's not talk about World War III right now. So, yeah, yesterday was the 3:37 recording, so the campaign was, I think, maybe 3:20 or 3:30, and it should have been half an hour shorter because I made some mistakes. Special mission 8. Here, my mistakes, I'm guessing, were, like, across all missions, maybe 10 minutes extra. The speedrun strat is not 10 minutes less. It's not 10 minutes less than me, but the part where I derp is supposed to, like, slightly was inefficient at a time or not. And, yeah, so tomorrow we're going to do Protoss. I don't actually know when because I might have a conflict, which means I suspect that tomorrow is not going to be at 7 in the evening, but it might be either somewhat earlier or somewhat later. I expect this to also be about 3.5, 4 hours. The mission 8 is the slog and also the one where I might die. Like mission 8 in Protoss is like mission 8 in Terran. You absolutely have to rely on a hero unit that can die. And mission 10 I actually have replayed a couple times because the last mission, it's not actually hard if you know how to play it. So again, I'm guessing tomorrow's like 3.5 hours as well. And then we're gonna do Brood War. Especially for your shadows, might gonna be a little annoying. I mean, for me too, because unless I take a break day, then it means that the Brood War Zerg campaign, which is the most fun one, is going to be Monday, so news day. Like news stream day, but we'll see. So anyway, thank you all for watching. I have points to make about trains, but I mean, not today, not on stream. And, yeah. So, thank you, and see you tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.